fun. Boy, I got a bump way, not fun. Boy, I got a bump way, not fun. Boy, I got a bump way, not fun. Okay, now drop your bag, sass. I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. Took these Billy Strum cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Now I'm afraid of the dark, there ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the stop on my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell? My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I made it out of chunk, at least I know I'm up, boy, thump. Like my name is Jumper, up a pump, pump. Boy, I bump in that Billy Strong, he ain't know, he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay tripping cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay tripping cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump way, not fun. Boy, I got a bump way, not fun. Boy, I got a bump way, not fun. Boy, I got a bump way, not fun.
I'm an airport baby, I'm too fly to count. Counting the cash, yeah, it's too high to count. I'm dealing with a fake, yeah, they too fake to doubt. Acting like they are what they not for their clout. They just sucking my blood, they can love what you count. Flowing like water, three with the smiles on the ops gonna pout. They all in the sewers and south in the clouds.
I'ma stay down to the sound, to the sound, to the sound. On the floor to the cut, to the bill, cut, to the bill, cut. With no pain, to the structure.
Got no paper, told him quit the pocket watching G's ripping at the seams, holding on some dead foes. Schizophrenic with the bag. Listen to the money, nigga praying every day. Glad to say I was broke, till I'm battle. Now I got my bands up, 1000 on the bill just to keep the pants up. Only on a real note, I couldn't fake what I've been doing. All my real ones know this nigga riding for his 53, I'm throwing up, they see the chain, I keep it tough. Say she feeling a little nigga, try love. Say she love me for my smile, so I'm looking mean as Steven head squawking, so I'm keeping feathers plugged.
Boy, I got a bump way, not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun. Boy, I got a bump way, not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun.
Bottles and believe we back in business. This is highly recommended. This for all of my pushing the limit. Mile high got me over here, but here's the flight attendant.
Yeah, I've been around the world and and seen them thing that I can't buy. See, reaching these type of heights, it come with a third eye. I'm better at betting on me, the numbers don't lie.
That's how we rollin'. You know them gold diggers, want to pick at a litter, burying them hidden figures. I keep them triple hitters, call them silverback gorillas, going 8-8. You know ain't nobody. What up?
Showtime. Yeah, this is the big ticket. Culture Cop Town. I'm talking that King Richard. This like a movie, I'm seeing the bigger picture. These fellas are Cinderellas, I'm crushing them glass slippers.
On sight, I give you the green light. It's all bark, we all bite.
You gambling with your life? Well, let's roll the dice.
Don't be piece of problems if this dog in a fight.
That's right.
Baby, I'm just trying to get
Legendary.
open the wide.
Something like
I just I pull up with a few.
we can't arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know I that.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do is and just take your money.
Hip hop took this globe.
We done did it.
Wanna see a mogul? We showing you how to pivot. Got this from DMC. Let's run with it. Took the fundamentals and having some fun with it.
These songs, King Kong, my team strong. Godzilla set fire to whatever I breathe on. Got the killers in choir all singing my theme song.
I could never do this alone. Still Dre, still on top, still got it. The Sonic still iconic, they still the product. I seen the money coming, I showed you that I'm a prophet.
And I'm riding shotgun in case get out of pocket. Why you wanna press the issue? You need to stop and keep a lawyer on retainer for depositions and dockets. Back to the topic in case you forgot it. Anonymous head bobbing, baby, keep that popping front.
Baby, I'm just trying to get
Legendary.
open the wide.
Something like
I just I pull up with a few.
we can't arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know I that.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do is and just take your money.
It's Paul.
like abracadabra. And for my last trick, I'm about to reach in my back, bruh. Like abracadabra. And for my last trick, just like that, and I'm back, bruh. Now back in the days of old me, right around the time I became ate some as a way of coping. Take the case of turned me into smiley face emoji. May not be age appropriate, but I will put an 8-year-old indeed with a participation trophy. Plus I have zero doubts that this whole world's about to turn into some Girl Scouts. That censorship girls out. Shut me down. So when I started this verse, it did start off lighthearted at first, but it feels like I'm targeted. Mind-boggling how my profit is skyrocketed. Look what I pocketed. Yeah, it's just like y'all have been like jogging in. I've been running at full speed, and that's why I'm ahead like my noggin. I'm the fight y'all get in when you debate who the best, but I'm some white. I step up to that mic, cock it in. Oh my God, attack chicken down again. Abracadabra. And for my last trick, I'm about to reach in my back, bruh. Like abracadabra. And for my last trick, just like that, and I'm back, bruh. Break it down. Sometimes I wonder what the old me say. If what? If he could see the way it is today, he'd probably say that everything is gay. What's my name? What's my name? So how many little kids still wanna act like me? I'm a bigger than cacti bee, and that's why these words sting just like you were being attacked by bees in the coop, leaning back my seat. Bumping R. Kelly's favorite group, the black guy. In my Air Max 90s, white tees, walking parental advisory. My transgender cat Siamese identifies as black but acts Chinese. Like a hacky sack, I treat the whole world cause I got it at my feet. How can I explain to you that even myself I'm a danger to? I hop on tracks like a kangaroo and say a few things that do to anger you. Dad, if I think that, I'ma say that. Cancel me, what? Okay, that's it. Go ahead, Paul, quit, snake. You male cross-dresser, fake. And I'll probably get for that, but you can all. In fact, them, Dre, Jimmy, me, you, my own kids, they're brass. They can off, them and you off. You too, Paul, got two biggest root paws. What you thought you saw ain't what you saw. Cause you're never gonna see me caught sleeping. See the kidnapping, never did happen. Like Sherry Papini, Harry Houdini. I vanish into the thin air as I'm leaving like abracadabra. And for my last trick, I'm about to reach in my back, bruh. Like abracadabra. And for my last trick, just like that, and I'm back, bruh.
This love is getting kind of dangerous. Feels like it's loaded. My mind is turning like a cloud of dust. My heart always wants to run. Oh, if you want to cowboy on a white horse, right now into the sunset, if that's the kind of love you want to wait for. Hold on now, girl, I ain't there yet. No, I ain't there yet. No, I ain't there yet. White horse. Someday, maybe you could have your way. Right now, just not the time.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's the rookie from Michigan to about the 35, second down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. Here's 2nd and 8. This one to Slayton over the middle. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. This defense for the Commanders, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Jake Bailey now.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. You talk about this Giant defense. They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now Daniels. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. That's to the rookie. It's Malik Neighbors. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. The Giants at 3-5, 2 games under 500. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Edwards. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Running left is Edwards. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A give for Edwards running right. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down.
That's another Giants first down. 1st and 10.
Back to throw. To the right side and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Their own 9-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the 1st quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D-ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. You talk about this Giant defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. Running left to give to Pacheco. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. On the bootleg, it's Daniels. He finds his man, complete. It's Lane. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake, Daniels. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw is Daniels. Flush to his right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
How about the show put on by these two defenses in this first half? The fireworks don't have to be just offensively. Neither one of them giving an inch, and that's good coverage once again there to force another 4th down.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. A throw right side caught by Neighbors. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Here's 2nd and 7. This is Edwards. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. To the air goes Daniels. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Pacheco gets it up the gut. Brian Burns, the one to bring him down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll roll him out right. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
A feather in the cap for the defender. Better quarterback so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. 2nd and 9. They run once more with Edwards. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. They go with Edwards left side. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Able to locate his running back open downfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 29 yards. First down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. In motion, Slayton. They'll look to throw now on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes?
He's got a man, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 33 yards that time. A handoff now for Pacheco. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Okereke. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass. All right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Daniels. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
This is 3rd and goal. Now, this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. Daniels looking to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A first throw for the backup, Wilson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Daniels. Under pressure, and down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now 3rd down and very long. In motion comes the tight end left. Back to throw. Daniels. That is caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Toss right side to Pacheco. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Daniels. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Giants nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Just one field goal and a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Daniels. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Again, it's Edwards. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. For the catch made by Johnson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now it's Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A swing pass here to Edwards. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have taken the lead here in this third quarter. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They go play action. Daniels had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now Daniels. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Second and goal from the 1. Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco from a yard out. And the Commanders are able to move back in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6-11. Touchdown, Giants! Malik Neighbors, 74 yards. And the Giants have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one. Yeah,
one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's caught by Sennett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Now 2nd and 5. The slot man in motion right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. In motion goes the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Juwan Bentley. And the Giants are going to have it here just past the 25. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff, Edwards. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Once again, he finds Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. On the handoff, Edwards. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
That's and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
There's a short one pulled in by Simmett. Oh, some strong running. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. To throw is Daniels. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They try with Pacheco. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Looking to throw. Daniels. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Now Wilson. That's complete to Jalen Hyatt. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Edwards now on 1st and 10. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. To throw is Wilson. That one taken in by Neighbors. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. They go play action with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. To the air goes Daniels. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That goes for a gain of 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Isaiah Pacheco, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead. The tight one. So the challenge not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. This is Edwards. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
There's a short one caught by Johnson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards there and a Washington first. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
There to stop him, Jawan Bentley. Here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Daniels. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And that will be incomplete as well.
Got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Daniels going to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Giants are going to get the football back. This is 1st and 10. In motion, Slayton. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Now 2nd down and a few inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score. Commanders 24, Giants 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Sheds off the tackle. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. A throw right side caught by Neighbors. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Singletary, they'll run for it. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. That's caught by Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
They'll run here with Pacheco. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Pacheco, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Isaiah Pacheco, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Commanders are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now a hit and a It's football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think that the type...
I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I don't. She be in it, she just made a big. I got rolling over, speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Roasting with my. Hey, wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Yeah, straight out the Lennox. That on for hours. I'm straight out the minutes. They calling up Dion. Straight out the business. We take out the Sims and then take out percentage. Period, break out the minutes from capital M. Now we straight out the sentence. They pay out, I'm finished. Then grade out the Lakers. The bay watch the women. I gon' meet your maker. Lord, please don't save them. Minor bumps as I've been paving the road. I go to sleep, go major. Silver too, but I've been playing for gold. The metal keep close range. I cleaned up, still dangerous. Can't change West Philly raised. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic.